Well, hello, hello, hello. Just getting set up here. I have a new setup and I am actually surprised. It went live, boom, right away. So let me get set up here for you guys. Hello, my Taurus. I hope everybody is good and fine out there and everyone is having a good week. Actually, probably weekend, right? So for those of you that are brand new, welcome, welcome. I am Patty and I'm actually an empath that does intuitive readings. And by that I mean I go straight to the divine and ask for any information that they can give. A lot of my intuitiveness is just there. I don't know how it happens, don't know why it happens, but I'm extremely intuitive, extremely sensitive to lots of energies, and some of them I can't even be around a lot of time because I can really get actually physically sick, so over inundated by some of the energies. So if you're brand new, welcome. If you need to know more information about me and how I do my readings, you can go to the About on my channel. If you would like, I do a lot of live readings. So you can actually subscribe, then hit the bell and you'll know when I'm on live. So you can do that too. It's subscribing helps me know my channel is doing good and growing. Same with those who are returning. I appreciate anybody who is returning. I love having you guys now. The reason why I like to do them live, I don't know, the time frames are not the best, but I like to interact with my viewers. I like to hear what they have to say, what they're looking for, what they're interested in asking questions. And yes, you can ask questions, but I won't answer them until the end of the reading. So if it's a live reading, please feel free that you can answer or ask a question, but I won't do it till the end because here's the thing, I'll get distracted and my energies change or I'm losing focus on where the divine wants me to go. I had that happen yesterday when my daughter was gone, and she doesn't usually call me right away or for anything unless because she knows I do these videos, but she called and I actually was recording and stopped it and my focus went kaput. So yeah. So what I'm going to do is just with the oracles find out what our vibrations are for the next week. I do these weekly, so if you don't see me live, and if you haven't subscribed, you won't know if I am live or uploading a video so that you can actually learn and grow from it. So let's see what the divine has in order for you guys. I don't have any new news. You'll see that there's timestamps, but no new news other than that I'm going live. And I think that was pretty much it. Being a new channel, I've got a lot of growing to do. Boy, there is so much to learn and so much to do. But this is the fun part for me. So I love to do these readings and see how you're doing. So Taurus, I'm trying to get the energies for you for this next week and asking the divine what it is that you might be going through. So we have the moonlight out of the chute. So somebody is very intuitive, but they're double guessing it, is what my understanding is. I'll read this card here in a minute, just for those of you who like me to do that. I pretty know much these cards. Everybody's like, well, how come she always uses the same deck? For one, I love these decks, but two, I do enjoy, I have to have the certain energies in decks, put it that way. And I have some other decks, and when I bought them, I love them. But one of the energies from one I just didn't really like to resonate with. All right. So we've got the moonlight. And let me see if there's going to be any other. Yep, we do. Ooh. So who's in school? Who's going to school or thinking about going back to school? I have not seen this card pop up but once. This is interesting because we're now in August, right? And, oh my goodness, follow the leader. Okay, is there anything else divine? Oh, I got goosebumps. Unexpected visitors. Well, when we go someplace, we are unexpected, aren't we? Even though they were like, hey, can I come visit? Well, okay, sure. That's sort of unexpected. But, oh, wow, we've got some good stuff, maybe education for these people that are going back to school or thinking about school or actually are in school. And so somebody's, right off the bat, somebody's double guessing their intuition. Should they have done this? Yes, you should have done this. If you're already doing it, yes. Oh my goodness, these are good. He's popping out a lot of cards today. He's, you know, doing that this week. So I uploaded a few videos because I was having some internet trouble. So I think Sagittarius and Aries, no, Sagittarius, I can't remember who. Anyway, those are uploaded, and those will be uploaded for tomorrow morning. But he sure is, both signs have popped out a lot. So, and this is a lot. So let's see here. So the moonlight, we're double guessing our intuition, which we shouldn't be. So somebody's double guessing. So we have education. There's the moonlight. There's education. Now look where the light is shining from. The education is the book. The light is shining. I'm not focusing in on the little fairy creature there. I am focusing in on the light. So the divine is saying, focus in on that light. That's your calling. That's your purpose. That's the thing. He's telling me this is what is driving you. Follow the leader. I think somebody out there is going to become the leader through this prospect. But follow the leader. Make sure you follow a good quality leader. He'll probably touch on this a little bit. Now, this could be for work also. If you're not a student, this could also mean work. Because in our work, we also have to use our intuition, but we also need to keep learning new things or we get dull and boring and we lose our light kind of thing. So those are some really important things to be looking at. And then I don't know why this unexpected visitor. So maybe somebody's going to try to throw you off course is what I'm thinking. Somebody's going to come and visit and like take your focus off of what you should be doing here. So don't allow that to happen. If that does, if somebody is coming unexpectedly, say, hey, I want to come see you, and you just started school or you're actually thinking about it and you're working hard to get going on it, say, hey, now's not a good time. I'm really needing to focus. I've done that. I wanted to go visit a friend in Arizona. They're like, you know what, now's not a good time because I'm working a lot. Not a problem. So I find something else to do. Make them find something else to do. And here we go again. Follow the leader. Okay. And we also have field of dreams, which means you need to follow your dreams. And that's what your education is about. Right? So that's where we're headed. It sounds like. Now, if it's work, this sounds like it's either work or school because I got to make sure these go in the right order as the energy is provided. Nope. Field of dreams. Unexpected. Okay. Because this is a focusing time is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing focus. So when you start to get in this next week, when whatever it is that you're focusing in on, I'm going to say it's work or school, whatever this is for you, you need to stay on path because your path is going to be a little switchbacky kind of thing. But if you stay focused, you will reach that tree. You will reach the dreams. You will reach the callings. You will reach your goals, whatever it is. You know why? I've been there, done that. I've done everything in my life that I've ever wanted to do, except one, but I did have that for a short time, but I would love to have it back. But the thing is, I have accomplished every single thing, and every single thing came with a focus. I had to focus. Yeah. So if you're going to, for the person that is going through this, it's like, yeah, but I'm doing everything by myself. I'm doing everything alone. For school, if you have to do your FAFSA, if you have to go to the counselors, the administrators, you have to go through and get your schedule. You have to know what course of study. Is it a BA? Is it BS? Or, whatever it is. Is it your master's? Is it your doctorate? Whatever it is, you have to have a planned schedule. You have to stay focused on that path. It's so easy, but to get thrown off. But the thing is, you're not carrying that burden by yourself because the divine is actually guiding you towards that. And thank you, appreciate that. And he's overseeing. He's overseeing. I just got goosebumps. He is overseeing. He is with you, thick and thin. He is actually guiding you along this path here. So if you're in a job, because I just heard, if you're in a job and you hate it, please understand you need to still thank him, because through this process, all this stuff that you don't like, and again, been there too, had a boss just couldn't stand, not as educated, shouldn't even have been in that position, didn't have any education to know how to be a boss, just was thrown in there because they were friends of the CEO. So the thing is that if you get in that situation, you know, be mindful to keep your vibrations levels high, keep your positive levels high, stay in your space and just concentrate on what your work is. Don't listen to all the noise outside. Don't know who that is for somebody, but I felt that I needed to share that with you. Because, yeah. Okay, thank you. So, yeah, this is a time. This is a time that the death card actually is an ending of something. Well, we end our seasons. All depends on how we end our seasons. Now, what do you mean by a season? Well, things can come and go. Things change in our life. So we actually go from one season to the next. Same with an individual. If we're dating, we get married. Hopefully it's not a married situation. But if you're dating and you're actually meet somebody, it didn't work out, then you go to the next. But there's a lesson in each section of our journey. So if you want to call it a section, a season, you know, something stops and something new starts. That's where you're at right now. So whether you maybe just made the choice to go to school, or maybe you made the choice to stop school. Financial reasons is a big one for a lot of people to stop. Or, as you know, I had a professor, an English professor, and it actually was from England. And you know what? A lot of the times we push our kids to go to college so early. And if you know psychology at all and how the brain works, we have them go to school when their frontal lobe is not even developed. So if you're in school and you don't even know what you want to do, or you're doing something because somebody else is making you do it and they're paying for it, there's a big difference there, because your frontal lobe is not developed. It used to be 21, and that's the decision portion of your brain. So that's why kids get in trouble a lot. Or you'll find, from when I studied criminal justice, why a lot of kids between 13 to maybe 22, 23, 24, 25 are in jail or in trouble with the police, because this decision portion of your brain is not developed. It's not done. And do you know nowadays that kids are being pushed so much that their frontal lobe is not developed almost until 25. Sometimes 24, and girls, of course, mature differently than boys, but the thing is, this isn't even developed. So you're going to school or you're picking a job when you're young, thinking that, oh, okay, well, this is it. This is what I'm going to do. No, it's not. It's not. And the thing is with school, because I'm going to school for whatever reason, there are a lot of viewers in school, but the thing is, don't be so hard on yourself, especially if you're before that 24, 25 age range. This is typical. This is what's supposed to be happening to you. And Divine is watching and knows where your passion is, where your heart is, where you are. Now, if you're carrying the burden of all that alone, maybe it's time to reevaluate and see where you want to go. Because something isn't working for some of you. Something needs to end for some of you. And this is where we need to really focus in on telling our kids, don't start school until you're in your 20s. Really. If school is going to cost you $100,000, almost at a minimum, the school my daughter wants to go to and finish that, $200,000 for 4 years. If they're going to come out of school, if you're going to come out of school with an education, be sure that you're going to use it, because there's a high percentage that you get a job in not what you got trained in. And now college is a business. It is not really about education anymore. Yes, it is to a part. Don't come at me. But a lot of this, I'm an entrepreneur, and I am a smart entrepreneur. And now college is a business. It has nothing to do with really wanting to educate. It's just wanting to get that bottom dollar to keep the school going. What students need to understand and learn is that you need to go in there and get the tools that you need for your specificity. Get the tools and network your brains out. Network and get your foot in the door that way. Because that is what the future is holding. And if you don't, if you're in school, and this pertains to to work too for the older people, because if you start oh, I lost my train of thought for a second because I had to download. If you start out doing something that you aren't really happy to do, for example, my daughter's friend, parents made her go to college because if she didn't do it, then they wouldn't pay for it. She would have to pay for it on her own. And it's so hard to go to school and work at the same time. But the thing is, she had to go to school for those 4 years for what they wanted her to do. It was not what she wanted to do, but because mom and dad were paying for it, she went and did it. Because after that fact, she can go and study whatever she wants to. She was smart about it, though, because she took something where she could go in and take the classes she wanted and needed to pull those tools out and then go to study what she really needed to, because now she had, I don't know why that keeps doing that. She has a bachelor's, at least, in arts, but she also has some of the tools she needed for that. And now she went and got her master's in what she really wanted to do. And now she's successful, she works for Warner Brothers. People pick her up all over the place, but she networks her brains out. This Instagram and all that kind of stuff, and all the Twitters and all these things, network your brains out. Okay, enough of that. So let's get back on here. That's for somebody. That's the divine. That's not me. I'm the conduit. So if you got bored, sorry, because if you're not a student, you can take this into work as well. If you're in a job that you're just not happy with, you're wasting time. That's not the right word. I know. Okay, so you're not wasting time because this is a season. This is an event. This is what you're supposed to be going through. But you need to start focusing on where you really want to be, where the divine wants you to be, your calling and your purpose. All right, so let's get back on track here. So we know that all that's happening. Something's ending for something, for someone, something's beginning. Just know the divine is in charge of this. Really need to listen to your intuition with the high priestess. The high priestess is where it's at. She's not a real, well, she's sort of spiritual, but she is really about knowing where her path is, where it is going. So the other thing, too, is we got to be careful, because now you're talking about school and work. We're actually having to be careful with the Two of Pentacles, because the Two of Pentacles can mean a couple of things. It can also mean that this is in relation to finances and works, trying to make sure that you have things in order, and that you're not juggling things or putting the... So if you're going to school, you got a school loan, or you're at work and you got a little bit of savings, don't take that out of savings because you have an impulse buy, or don't go buy something out of impulse. Oh, I would really like this. Is it what you need right at this point in time? So this is the thing is with the Two of Pentacles. It could be either way, but two, it also means maybe you're juggling too many things. So if you're going to school or work, maybe you've got too many classes. Maybe your load's too big. Maybe if you're at work, maybe you're putting in too much overtime. Maybe you're actually being at work too much, and it's the family's having to sacrifice for whatever you're needing to do. If you're in a family situation, what I'm hearing is don't be afraid to talk to your spouse to say, hey, you know what, we need to balance this a little bit more. We need to get this more in balance. Again, and if you're a male, you are the head of the household. This is what the divine has created you to do. This is the way that, you know, a lot of the times women are, because we have to be. We don't want to be. We want to be the nurturer. We want to be the one to help you and actually grow our children and grow our husbands and be there as a support, that kind of thing. Whereas the husband is actually the leader. If you're a woman, you know, we are, I hate to say it, it's supposed to be submissive, not mats, but this is sort of our role as a female. And when we try to flip those, then that's when everything gets messed up, kerfuffled, get in arguments a lot, because then the energies have changed so much. And I'm not saying that, you know, whatever in your family kind of thing. I'm just saying by the law of energies and the law of whatever you believe in and what truth is, that's what I base everything on. So I'm not poo-pooing anybody's way of life. I'm just saying the way that the men are built to hunt. Men are psychologically built to be providers. They are built to chase. They are built to actually be the manpower. They've got more testosterone. So they have to physically be there. I mean, think of the animal kingdom. The actually male is the strongest one, but it doesn't mean it's the smartest one. That's what all I'm going to say about that. All right. So let's get going with this here. All right, divine. So, oh, my nose is just itchy. We've got education, field of dreams. We've got follow the leader. This is work related. This is school related. But again, divine's bringing me back to, please don't second guess your intuition. Whatever your intuition is, it's right. It's sort of like when we get into that fight or flight mode, you know, kind of thing. We actually have our intuition. Why are we flighting? Why are we running away? Because we're afraid. Well, why are we afraid? I've never seen a bear. It's what we hear, what we sense, what we feel. You know, if you got this big bear coming with his teeth, okay, well, that tells me that he ain't going to stop. I don't know what he plans on doing. I don't think he's going to give me a bear hug or a bear shake. So I'm going to run. That's intuition. That's intuition. What's built within us, because that's spirit. That is spirit. Ace of Wands. So somebody will be traveling. Somebody is going to have some communication, but somebody is going to be traveling. A nice offering there. And that's probably due to maybe relocating is what I feel. Somebody's relocating, whether that's for school or work. Somebody, you know, I think whoever this is for working, follow the leader, is getting promoted soon. They're prepping you to be prepared to be the leader. Because remember in the very beginning I said maybe you are the leader. That wasn't me. That's divine. So maybe I think somebody's prepping you to be actually a leader, supervisor, whatever. All right. Yep, again. We've got the Eight of Wands. Something's coming fast. Something is actually, not only there's communication, so I feel like help is there. The resources, I heard resources are going to be there really quick, so that burden doesn't feel so heavy. Give it, delegate. If you're a leader or if you're a boss or a supervisor, your job is not to do the job. It is there if you have to know it in case somebody actually doesn't show up or whatever. But as a supervisor, as a lead person, as a manager, your job actually to be a good manager is to understand the position, be there for the people because you know what it's like, but your job is to delegate. That is not for you to get in and keep doing everything, because as a manager, you should be able to have full control of your team in a positive, productive manner, but you are supposed to be able to hand it off and communicate with your team. Okay, so if you are one of these leaders, remember, learn how to delegate, because not only that, you're learning your role, but you're also helping somebody grow into theirs. They're able to leave as an employee and become a lead or a supervisor and grow. You know, stop one thing, start another thing. So that's what I'm hearing for workplace right now. Page of Pentacles. Getting into more Pentacles here. Page of Pentacles, a newer beginning again. Yeah. Newer beginning, something new. And it could be also a message, something's coming in as well. But also to somebody's ego's in the way, somebody's sort of jealous. Now I'm talking about, I guess, these work people here. So somebody's sort of jealous, their ego's in the way. If it is for a promotion, or if it is to move or to relocate, somebody's not happy. They're like, why did they get to do it and I can't? I don't understand. I'm just as qualified. Well, there is the energies, and the law of attraction is allowing that to happen. Yeah. So the 10 of Cups, all is for a happy ending. Everything is for all coming together. So just know that whatever you're going through with school, with work, with your future, do I do this? Do I not do this? Do not doubt your intuition. You really need to just find a quiet place. Nobody's there. Even if you have to go sit in your car, turn on some low music, or maybe not even any music. Just sit there for a minute quiet and think about it and feel what your heart and your passion is telling you, because that's truth. That's what you should be doing. Yeah, because that's going to bring you everything, every kind of happiness. 10 is completion. Cups are of the heart. You know, for this one, it's family, it's people around you. Yeah. For somebody out here, okay. So another thing. Somebody's out here that actually their dreams were sort of crushed. They had a plan for school. They had a plan for all this kind of stuff, and it didn't happen. And they feel like, wow, what am I living this life for? What am I doing this for? I'm having to do everything. I'm having to do the finances and single parenthood. I keep hearing single parenthood. Having to do everything. Trust me, I've been there, and I'm still a single parent, but it is not easy. And there is a lot of heartbreak because there is a lot of sacrifice. Now, usually this is heartbreak, somebody love her or anything. That's not the case here. This is heartbreak because your dreams have been sort of suspended, but that doesn't mean they have to stay suspended. You are your own leader. You are in control of yourself. You are in control of your future. You are in control of everything about you. You're in control of your thoughts. Number one. Nobody else is in control of your thoughts but you, and how you think. All right. So if you want to go back to school, look into it. Go back to school. If you want to start a new business or a project, start it. Because this is coming up. There is going to be a unity, everything. Actually, I need to do this. Wow. It is all coming to fruition. So we have the sorry about that. The 6 of Wands, the 4 of Wands, and the 10 of Cups. So if you put these two together, if you look at numerology, 4 plus 6 is 10. 10 is 1. And 10 again is completion. So you really are getting what you want because you're in control of your own life. You're your own leader. All right. So it looks like what Divine is trying to share with both, you know, school or work, or this single mother, single father that has actually had everything end. But you have to understand, if you put things in priority, the offering is there. Okay, the offering is there. You got to listen to your intuition. And, you know, whoever this is here, this egotistical, like, oh, I'm jealous. Oh, why not me? Or you know, like, whew. Or if they are really nasty, talking bad about you, ignore it. Ignore it. Yeah, ignore it. You know what? Because as an empath, I had to learn how to censor out the noise. Sometimes it is so loud, I literally have to go to another room and just take a deep breath and bring my vibrations back up again because it's just too much. That's what this person is doing. Wait. That kind of thing. Just ignore them. I've learned to ignore people. The only person I listen to really is my daughter, and sometimes I have to ignore her too. Because sometimes if the energies are in the vibrations are too low coming out of her, I gotta leave. I gotta leave. Yes. So temperance, about divine peace, divine balance. Don't sit on that fence. Don't stay in one place or the other. The divine is saying, which side do you want to go on so I know which way to lead you? Let's go. Boom. And if you look at the temperance, she's got wings. She's got a glow on her head. It's more of a spiritual journey. This is for you to have a spiritual journey. So really, what you really need to be doing is really thinking about where you're wanting to go. Maybe that seed is already planted, but look at all these wonderful cards and the 10 and the 10. Oh, those are amazing, and it's coming. It will come fast. Okay, we're in August. You still have time. If you want to go to school and this is your dream and your pattern, boom, it will come fast and you just have to do it. And if it is right and if it's supposed to be in your walk, the divine will make things happen just like that. When I started my business, I didn't plan on it. I fought it. He was saying, no, I want you to do this. I was like, no, I fought it. No, we're going to do this. No, I'm not doing it. Finally, I got so tired, I just said, fine. I hate sewing, but okay. Put me into that business, made me realize a lot of things about myself, but he made every resource, from the business plans to the money to the location to the people in place. Boom, boom, boom. This is your job. Remember, if you're not happy, it lowers your vibrations. You're not happy, it lowers your family's vibrations. It lowers the people around you. It affects the people around you because what you give off, they're receiving and they see it. So this is a time of decision making for you. And boom. And if you are a single parent, it's time to put this away. Turn it upside down. Listen to your intuition. It's okay to have a self while you're being a single parent. It is. I'm there. Been there for 25 years. So, yeah. So, Taurus, I know that you guys are, you're one of the most patient signs. So, be patient with yourself this next week and start feeding those positive thoughts and these field of dreams, these following the leaders. I don't know who this unexpected visitor is. I would probably say that they're this person. You know, just ignore them if they're there to be in the way. If they're not, then embrace them to help you in this process, because they are there to help you with your burden. Okay, just know that this is the divine, definitely the divine's watching how you make your decisions, how you want to move forward. So the Hermit is overlooking and seeing everything. Solitary, usually in its own space. And this is what you will need. Also, the divine is saying you need to be alone and think about what you want to do this week for your future. I will be there, is what he said. I will be there. All right. Because something is ending for somebody, but it's also a beginning for something. So, you know what? Maybe this is where the single person actually ended up being alone for the first time. Maybe this is where somebody's divorce finally went through. They're on their own. They're having to carry all the burden now. Don't be afraid. Don't live in fear. Don't be afraid. Trust me, it is uncomfortable. There's resources, millions of resources out there if you are a single mom. You just have to find them in your city, in your state, your county. There's agencies that are there to help you with energy assistance, with food, with childcare, all that kind of stuff. All right. So Taurus, this is your reading for August 10th through the 16th. Divine, is there anything else I am missing that you want me to share? Okay. Okay, so the only thing I heard is no, this is coming. This is coming. And that's victory. That's togetherness. That's happiness. That's peace. And balance. All right. All right, Taurus, we hope to see you next week. And for those of you that are brand new, thank you for trying me out. Please subscribe. If you want more free notifications, you have to hit the bell, and then you'll see me on live quite a bit. I will probably upload some. I'm trying to learn how YouTube works. So, but I like to interact with my live people. So please come again, and we'll see you on the 17th. All right, take care. Oh, how do I end this now? This is all new.